Imagine having a brother that is a total opposite of you. The two are so different that sometimes they don't get along. Matthew is outgoing, athletic, and obnoxious, who is a 6-year-old high school student. To describe him in 3 words, he is troublesome, an extrovert, and has no filter. Matthew is always out with his friends and always came home late. The older brother Michael is quiet, smart, and caring, who is always there for his single mother, who all lived in the city. Michael is a 19-year-old college student and was a valedictorian in high school. When you get to know him, he's probably the nicest person in the world. The only reason why he's different is because wasn't a social person and stayed home all the time to study. One day their mother was sickly and Michael didn't know what was wrong or what to do. Her illness caused her body to feel fatigue and didn't have the same giddy personality she used to have. Matthew came home relatively early because Michael told him that he needed to take care of his mother. Michael waited a few days to see if she would get any better, but nothing happened, so he took her to the hospital. When waiting for the doctor to come back to results, Michael was mad at Matthew because he told him about their mother and didn't do anything to help him. Even while Michael was mad, he still had to talk to his mother and keep her mind off the results. After that day, Michael yelled at Matthew and said, "You need to start coming home sooner and take care of your mother who isn't doing well. You haven't done anything that helped our family and that's useful in your future. Why don't you start thinking about what you're doing and rethinking about what you have done? Doing better in school is the only way to receive that scholarship you always talk about." Since the day Michael had yelled at him, Matthew had started to come home earlier to study for his tests and do his homework. He also had helped Michael to take care of their mother, who he had started to get a better connection with. Through all the studying, Matthew had told Michael that he needed to go out more and make new friends. Matthew wanted to keep Michael's head off all the stress he had right now and wanted him to have some fun. So Matthew took Michael to his friend's house to have a chill evening night of them hanging out and talking. Matthew and his friends were very talkative and had gotten Michael to actually have some fun without having to think about his studies and mother. The day after they went to Matthew's friend's house, Michael had went to go see his mother in the hospital. While at the hospital, Michael and his mother were having their normal conversation about the news. He had tried to keep his mother's mind off the bad things that were going on. His mother wasn't doing very well, and she only had a few days left, so Michael had to do all he can before she passes. During those few days, he would just stay with her and kept conversations going on with her, so he can talk to her as much as he can. Michael would always be getting her things and never left her unless he needed to do homework or get something for her. He was just a good son that cared for his mother. When their mother passed, the brothers were both devastated, especially Michael. He had to accept the fact that it was time, and so he worked hard to make his mother proud. Since their mother's death, Michael and Matthew both have stable jobs to support their family. Matthew's job is a car salesman who has gotten great business throughout his career. Even though his job can be tough during some time periods, there are times where his sales are at their peak, and he's able to make money for him and his family to use for food and to pay the bills. He had recently sold a 2007 Honda Civic to a nice man named Saul Uvukamba. And Matthew has moved on from his past and became a teacher. Although he is intelligent, he learned greatly from his brother. Matthew taught that he is able to do two things at once. He may not be as social, but he's definitely sprouted more ever since. Even though the two boys clashed, they got to learn from each other and got both perspectives of life.
Have $1,000,000 dreams, and when you get it all, just remember one thing, one man could change the world.